Hey everybody, Cindy A. Lewis here, and I just have a question for you. And that question is, do you ever just want to escape? I think that's really what our crafting therapy is, but sometimes you just need that few minutes to do something that takes your mind off of everything. Crafting therapy, that's at noon every Saturday, but I'm recording this video not for crafting therapy. The Sparkle Ink Craft Kit is just one of my favorites. It is a subscription box from Crafter's Companion, but you don't have to have the subscription box. It's number 22. We did do this video to show these fun cards and how to make them and how to use the sparkle inks. They're just so vibrant and sparkly and pretty, and just coloring them and just making some beautiful pictures. This one is just one of my favorites. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take this Resist watercolor card, and there's a beautiful butterfly in the back there, and we're going to create a beautiful, beautiful box with it. You could use it for spring, you could use it for Mother's Day, you could use it for whatever you want. I'm just going to show you how to construct the box and do the watercolor today. We're not going to go into a whole big intricate, DIY tutorial. We're just going to spend some time and relax. I just need some relaxing music, cue the music. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do, and I'm excited to do it with you. Again, we're using a resist, so that means that there's an imprinted picture on here that will resist when we add the color to it. So I'm excited to do that with you. We're also going to use the sparkle inks. I have this pretty Moonlight, which is a yellow. I have the blue aquamarine, and I also have the pink garnet. Then I also had in my stash this beautiful green, garden green. So we're going to try that one out. I'm not going to use the crystal. It's just a clear sparkle. But for your sparkle inks, you see all that glitter in there? You have to shake them up and get that glitter moving around. So I'm going to do that off camera so you don't have to watch me shake bottles. With the sparkle inks, you do need some water, paintbrush, small brush, thin brush. You can use whichever size works for the area that you're going to be painting on. And then you just want to make sure that your glitter is all, within your colors. And then you can continue to stir them with your pipette if you need to. That's always a good way to make sure that your glitter stays mixed. Next, you'll want to, spray some water. I haven't used the screen, so it looks pretty dark. You're going to want to spray some water onto your watercolor card. And this is the resist, and I did show how to do that resist, but I'm not going to do it today. So you do want to probably go back and watch one of those videos, but I don't have them linked right now. Right now I just want to color. So I'm just going to take this blue, and I'm getting some on my brush, and I'm just going to go across the whole card. And you can see that butterfly starting to come out, but I do want to color that butterfly, so I'm just going to go real lightly over here because there's a background, right? There's got to be sky or something behind that butterfly. And it will get on your fingers, so just be aware of that. And if you need to take some color off, you can always add more water. Okay, so I think we've got a nice background for our butterfly here. So next, and isn't that pretty? Can you see it good? Let's see, let me scoot in just a little, push that up. All right, so what we want to do, and just FYI, you do want to be careful if you have on nice clothes. You may want to just be careful about that and make sure. See, I'm picking paint up or sparkle ink up. I don't really want to do that, so looks like there's some pink on there. Probably from when it spilled on me. So, all right, so we've got a beautiful color here. But I want to also give some color to the butterfly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this water over here. And I'm going to get my paper towel. There's so many techniques to this. You can do bleach technique. You can do the faux bleach technique by, you know, picking up some of that water. But I'm just going to, oh, that might be too big of a brush. I'm going to use this smaller one. And I'm just going to take some of this yellow. And I'm going to pull that into here, which is pulling that green. So I don't know if I want that dark green in there. So I want to pull this color in and then see if I do want more or less. Now, if you want less color, go into your water and bring some water to it. So let's pull some water into this and make it a little lighter. Can you see how that lightened it up? Okay, so we're going to do that again on this side. Okay. Now see how I've gotten some of that yellow there? I don't really want that there. I want that to be more blue. So I'm just trying to be careful. Okay. All right. Now we're going to just smooth that in and blend it. All right, now I am curious about this green, so I do want to try it out. So I'm just going to get just the littlest, well, that looks like a lot. I'm going to tap that off. And I'm going to go in the center right here with this green just to kind of see how deep that is, because it's pretty deep. That is a pretty dark green. So let's see if we can pull some of that green out with water. And then we can spread it. It is running a little bit into that blue. All right, let's try some of this pink. Let's get some pink going here. This is pink garnet. And I'm just going to start here. And the pink garnet is a really dark color too. So you just have to work with it and see where you want it and how much you want of it. So I'm pulling it from the outside in, and then we can play with it after we get it on. So here we are. It's going to be a beautiful butterfly if I would quit making mistakes here and spreading it. There we go. So just pick it up with the water and the towel. All right, so we're going to spread some water here over this little butterfly wing. And we're going to pull that pink color to turn it purplish color. See how that water is pulling in? I like that. So we're going to get some more water and pull that. And get some water over here. Now, the more water you have, some you may want to dab off with your paper towel. And I am just wanting to listen to some peaceful music and enjoy the evening, but I have so much to do. So you can see why I'm procrastinating and coloring with sparkle inks. That is a really beautiful butterfly. Let's see if we can add just a tad of this darker blue. I think my sparkles are going to the bottom here. Let's see, we get to here, add some blue, and then we'll pull it in. Let's do that. And with watercolor, it's okay, really and truly. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's watercolor. So let's get some water on this and make it not so strong. And we could add some more blue if we want. But I don't know. I'm okay with it, I think. I need some blue here. All right. So we have our pretty butterfly. It's going to be so sparkly. I think we'll just leave those alone. And so while this is drying, I'm going to put those away. And we're going to do some real pretty butterfly paper from Color Your World to accent our box. So we're just going to make a little 1-inch box. This would be a great little gift idea for Mother's Day or something like that, where you could just fit like a beautiful bracelet or necklace in there. So I'm just going to set this water aside so I don't mess anything up, and we're going to just let this butterfly dry. So I've got my, let me wipe up this mat here. So I've got my papers or my cardstock for my box. I'm going to make a black box since there's so much color, and I'll make a 1-inch box, and this is going to go on my box, and then this is going to go around the sides of it. So we're going to make a box with my tool here. This is my scoreboard, and it has a base, box base, and box lid. So let me scoot you out a little bit again so you can see. So this, let me move my picture. This is going to be my box lid. So what I want to do, box lid, here, I'll show you box lid. So it measures it for me. So I want to score it at 1 inch. So this is the 1-inch mark. And this is an 8x8 sheet of card. And I'm just going to go over this a couple times. And then, okay, and then we'll do it once more. Now we're making our lid. And if you want to, you can always mark it so you don't get confused, like lid with a pencil. All right, now I just need to fold and burnish these 4 lines. So do that real fast. Now the box base is on this side, and these are special measurements to give you that just where it'll fit over it. It's usually about 1/8 of an inch, but I'm just going to measure from here 1 inch. And sometimes from the bottom it's hard to go up rather than down, but we're going to do our best. So up for the 1 inch, and we're just going to do that again. And you could always turn this over. If you have one of these scoreboards, you could flip it. Just doing it so that you can see the base. All right, then again, we're just going to put on here B for bottom. And that's just a pencil. All right, then I'm going to burnish these scored lines. Going to use my scoring tool, go over all these, and then we're going to put the box together. All right, I'm going to cut the corner flap because we're going to make, we're going to cut that in to make our box. So you need those flaps. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just real quick, cut it to the corner. And it doesn't have to be specific to any certain way, just so that you have a flap there. All right, now to make your box, you're going to adhere these little tabs inside your box. Now, one thing that I like to do is tape, but sometimes tape doesn't stick very well. So if you put tape on tape, that will make it adhere really well. So you saw that I put tape here, but then I also put tape here. So when tape adheres to tape, it's going to hold a whole lot better than by itself. All right, so we're going to do tape here, and then we're going to do tape here. And then we're just putting those together and making the box. Now this is the base. So we're going to do one more. And you could make this box for anything. This is a really simple box to put together. Okay, so here's my base. This is a pretty nice heavy cardstock too. All right, so we're going to go ahead and trim the lid. So we're going to go to all four corners, do the same thing, cut these little tabs out. And then before we put it together, we're going to put our accents on our box. Now, one thing that I also wanted to show you is for my box, I cut paper to fit inside my box. So my box is now 6 by 6 because it was an 8 by 8 sheet with 1-inch sides. So now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to adhere it on the inside of the bottom, because when you open it, then there'll be some decoration on the inside instead of just a black box. Now you could make it a black box if you wanted and not have any decoration or any color box, but I'm just going to put this in here to be inside my box. Okay, so that's doing that. Next, we're going to take this piece. Now we can do it either way. This fits exactly 6 by 6, and that's okay with me because we're going to trim this down. So do we want this side or do we want to match? I think I want this side for the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and put this piece on. And again, this paper is from Color Your World from Crafter's Companion, and it's very happy paper, I have to say. If paper were happy, this would be happy paper. That's what I say. All right. I just want to make sure that's glued down. All right, now we're going to do all the sides, and I cut these pieces to be 1/4 inch smaller. So this is 6 inches by 1 inch. So this is 5 3/4 by 3/4. And we're just going to go ahead and glue these down. And it's easier to do it when the box has not been made yet. That makes sense. You know, glued together. All right, so we're doing the little butterflies. This is going to be a pretty, pretty box. Now you could do a whole lot more to it, but I just really wanted to color. So I don't know if you guys ever feel like that. You know, put in the comments if you ever just like to escape and do like some kind of coloring or crafting or something like that. Just put in the comment, what is it? What is your escape? Is it a craft? Is it walking? Is it cooking? What's your escape? All right, so this glue just rubs right off. It won't stay. All right, so this is really pretty all by itself. Doesn't even need my butterfly that I colored, but that's okay. I like my butterfly. All right, remember tape to tape and put that together. Tape to tape. Now, if you wanted to use liquid glue or liquid adhesive, some kind of hot glue, that's fine. Liquid glue has to dry. I don't have my glue gun on, or I could have used that too, but sometimes it saves your fingers to find an alternative method to hot glue. Sometimes. All right, but this is holding really nicely tape to tape. All right. I don't know if you ever did that before. I know I've mentioned it before on my channel, but don't always bring that up because I do a lot of the liquid adhesive. Okay, so this is my top. Now I'm going to put this on here, right? But let me show you. This fits on here perfectly. Let's see, that's still drying, so it moved a little bit. There we go. Just have to watch that because I'm trying to rush it. This is really pretty. All right, so this now is a little bit too big. So since this is 6 by 6, we're going to cut this down to be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So we're going to cut a little bit off of the butterfly. I know it's sad, isn't it? But it's okay. We know. We know it's all right. Now this is a pretty butterfly. And I almost think it needs some more black on it. I wonder if it does. Because that is pretty, but maybe we should cut it out. Let's cut it out. Let's just cut this out. I'm going to cut it out. All right, as you know, this butterfly was on the edge of the paper, right? So I did go around the butterfly with a little black just to bring that out. And then I'm going to put this on the edge of the box. So I'm just going to take some little 3D foam pads, and we're going to make this butterfly like it's flying, right? So we're just going to put those all over it, and we're going to put it on the edge of the box. So it makes sense. Does that make sense to you? All right, here we go. And anyone can do this, and you can just get creative too. I mean, sometimes I have a plan and I've made one before and then I change my plan. I don't want to do it that way. You know, I want to do it a different way. And you get to see that process. I know you're excited about that, right? Because you get to see my creative process, and it just happens right before your eyes. All right, so let me show you. This butterfly is going to go like right here and almost fits here. And then I've got this little, that's really pretty. That is really pretty. Okay, it's very sparkly too. I don't know if you can tell, but it is really sparkly and pretty. And it goes perfectly with this paper, but it does need a bow. Okay, here's my box. I didn't do a sentiment yet because I'm not sure what I want to use it for, but I did put some little gems on my butterfly's body and its eyes, or her, and then on the points of the 3 points of the box, as well as I put the bow on, and then I have the inside of the box. So it's really fun. I did kind of rush my box a little bit, but really fun box to make, and I hope you enjoyed it and will enjoy making your own boxes. Thanks for coloring with me tonight or today, and have a great day. Don't forget to enter the appreciation video for the mystery box giveaway on Fridays, because April is subscriber appreciation, and I appreciate you all so much. So thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye-bye.